Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Justin here again. It's time for another review. This time we're going back to 1995 for the Mel Gibson directed and starred in classic Braveheart. This movie came out the better part of 25 years ago, and you know what? It's still an incredible watch. Mel Gibson, say what you want about him on a personal level, the man can direct the hell out of a movie. And, Braveheart clearly showed his talents as a director. Everybody by this point knew he was a good actor. He had done so many different things. Obviously, he has the deranged, dark, almost a piece of him missing character from Lethal Weapon. He was in a little underrated movie called Tequila Sunrise with Raul Julia, Kurt Russell, and Michelle Pfeiffer. That is a fantastic movie. I definitely recommend it. But this is the first movie that I think you really see just how incredible of an actor he could be. And he had an eye. He had an amazing eye, and that's what made him such an amazing director. He's directed several quality films, and he won an Oscar for Best Director in this movie, and it was absolutely deserved. Now, a little bit about Braveheart. As a movie lover, I know I've heard, there's a lot of historical inaccuracies with Braveheart. That's fine. You wouldn't expect a movie about a man from 800 years ago to be perfect. In fact, the movie itself is based off a poem entitled "The Acts and Deeds of the Illustrious and Valiant Champion Sir William Wallace," also known as The Wallace. Now, this poem came out almost 200 years after William Wallace died in 1305. So, the person who wrote it, a man by the name of Blind Harry, he was going off of stories that he had heard. And so naturally, liberties are going to be taken, especially with somebody who's revered and looked at as an icon of Scottish culture. So, notwithstanding any historical inaccuracy should be overlooked. You should appreciate the film for what it is. Mel Gibson, as I said, is fantastic, but the rest of the cast is solid as well. Names that aren't super familiar, but some people will recognize. Sophie Marceau, incredible actress. You had Angus McFadden, Brendan Gleeson, Catherine McCormick. Every one of them just comes together and makes for a fantastic cast. And the movie itself, as I said, Mel Gibson won Best Director, but it also won Best Picture. It ended up winning 5 Academy Awards the year that it was nominated, including for cinematography and makeup. Now, as a period piece, the makeup is what it is, but anybody who's watched Braveheart knows that the 2 key elements of Braveheart are the scenes involving the Battle of Stirling Bridge and the batting of Falkirk. The attention to detail is astonishing. And it's gruesome but beautiful at the same time, because war is not a pretty sight. And Mel Gibson made sure that if you were going to see his film, you were going to see the horrors of war. the brutality of war. And it's beautifully shot. The attention to detail isn't skipped. And that alone is worth watching Braveheart. It's a very long movie. However, it never drags. It's just a beautifully told story, fantastic acting all throughout the film. And it is truly one of the iconic films of the last 25 or 30 years. It deserved every accolade it received. And to me, there's no better way to reward Braveheart, in my eyes, than to give it a solid 8.7. So there you have it. My review of Braveheart, 1995's Braveheart. 8.7, and one of the best movies of the last 30 years. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time at the movies.